Hello, I'm Leisa Holland-Nelson, co-host of Culture Club HTX, and I'm so excited to be here myself with my guest co-host. Introduce yourself.
James Robert Schreiber. That doesn't work. Not James Holland-Nelson Brown.
I believe
or will
you
I just
are.
be just James Brown?
You can be James Brown. As long as you're kind of a famous rock and roller, you're welcome to be James Brown.
Okay, why don't we go with that? That Robert Schreiber Brown.
It's not
as good.
Holland-Nelson is really a name.
That really fits me. That really fits me.
It fits everybody. It's just a great name. But the thing is, not only am I divorced from Nelson, but he is no longer alive. But it's such a good name that I just haven't ever gotten rid of it.
So your last name is Bowman. So my last name is Brown. So I'll just go with
Holland Bowman doesn't sound as good as Holland-Nelson. I don't think. But Holland-Nelson Bowman, that I use that a lot.
That goes.
It
that
scares
goes.
people.
Yeah, that's why Holland-Nelson Brown worked.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. You are like a dear friend of Shavonnah's and a dear friend of one of my favorite women in the world, Bambi McCullough. You come well qualified and endorsed and recommended.
You had to check me before I got here. Hey, Bambi.
I check stuff.
Thank you for giving me approval.
I know. Well, Bambi's going to come be on the show, I hope.
Oh,
sometime
yeah.
in January.
That would be awesome.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's so good.
She is so good.
Yes.
She is so good.
good.
So smart. Well, so we have a big week in sports. So here we are at CJ's Corner, which for a while almost went back to Coach Nelson's Corner because I was getting very upset. But I understand you guys thought I would be much more upset and pessimistic about the Texans, which I'm not pessimistic. I just want them to get their stuff together. And this week we have something to talk about that isn't very together. Do you think?
No, it goes against their culture. We're really surprised, although we shouldn't be, based on how the history of this thing is played out over the season.
Okay, this Texans linebacker, Azeez Al-Shaair, is suspended for 3 games. So Sunday's the first game.
Yes.
He's suspended.
Well, no, they have a bye this week. So
they have a bye. That's right.
He's
so
suspended
next
for
Sunday.
3 games. Right.
Yeah. So it's the 15th, the game on the 15th.
Well, I don't know.
We'll be there without him.
He'll miss the Dolphins, the Chiefs, and the Ravens.
Those are big games.
Those are big games.
I mean, seriously.
He'll be back for the last game against the Titans when we kicked that butt on the last week.
He was out then too?
No, he'll be back then.
Okay.
But we have a bye this week. It's not 3 weeks, it's 3 games. That hit though was
Yeah. And the thing is like what did he really do? What do you call it? And did he really do it? And you have an opinion and I'm gonna let you share it.
He did it.
Okay.
Now the question was, did he do it intentionally? But does it matter if you do it intentionally? If you ignorance of the law does not prevent you from consequences of the law.
Well, no, and if you're going to hit somebody really hard, you're going to hit them really hard in the head when you're heading for their head, right? Even if you can't stop yourself. I mean, you're kind of doing that.
They said he had enough room to stop.
Oh, wow.
And based on, I think this is his 3rd fine this year.
Oh, my goodness.
His track record proves that it may be something to look at. They indicated in the report that he's shown repeated violations for breaking the rules, and the NFL Players Association and NFL come together to have a person that they agree on to go when you appeal, and this person who's not with NFL or with NFLPA has come to say that based on his previous history, they're going to uphold suspension. So because he has a history, he's been fined. This will be his 3rd fine this year.
That's terrible. But D'Amico, my other love, is defending him amid the investigation. He was really defending him before he was suspended. I mean, has he said a lot since the suspension?
I haven't heard much since the suspension was upheld. Some of the talking pundits think that Coach Ryan's stepping up early before the suspension was announced didn't help the cause at all, that he should have waited until after they said what they were going to do before he made his statement. But you want to defend your team. He wants to have this cohesiveness. He's trying to get this thing back on track, Coach. And I
mean, he's certainly built cohesiveness. He hasn't especially built consistent winning. But the injuries have just been ridiculous for this team. Don't you agree?
The injuries have been ridiculous.
Yeah.
We have not had our share of luck, but we're still leading the division. And like I told Shavonnah, we're not out of this. You have to be in the playoffs to get it. So we have the next 3 games are going to be tough. And this bye week came late in the season, which is going to be good, which can help us get healthy and our stuff together. Yes, we need to get it together quickly. Maybe, just maybe, we can use this as a moment to galvanize the team.
That would be great.
You don't let a crisis go to waste. So we use this to bring us together.
I'm going to remember that. Don't let a crisis go to waste. It's an opportunity.
There you go.
You're right. Yeah. Magical?
Exactly.
Magical and I are not letting our crises go to waste ever again.
Never.
And we have plenty.
Yes, we
all the time.
All the time. Okay, so.
And just real quick, but the NFL has to be really careful, and they have to take care of this because remember they spent over $1 billion in lawsuits because of the CTE thing.
Oh, I know.
And so they have to prove a point. Sponsors don't want to see quarterbacks or people get hurt. It's just not a good look.
They don't want anyone with concussions.
They don't want anyone.
Yeah.
It's a very
bad injuries are bad injuries,
right.
But concussions are worse than everything.
Yeah, they've spent a lot of money because of concussions. So
Yeah.
I just want to throw that out there. They're gonna make sure this thing is cleaned up. But anyway.
Yeah, no, you're right. The incidents like this are highlighting the challenges of maintaining discipline and safety during the games.
Yes.
I mean, wow. But let's go talk about something more fun.
Yes.
The Houston Rockets.
Houston Rockets.
And you do this because you do this better than me.
Well, I mean, the Rockets
you can pronounce his name.
His name is Alperen Şengün. He's a 6'11" Turkish center. He was drafted in 2021, but he's really coming to his own. I mean, he's really doing some great things. He was Player of the Week last week. He almost averaged a triple-double, like 21, 12, and 9.
Oh, wow.
I mean, he's really doing some great things for this. We're second in the conference, but he's really leading the way. I think he's second in points, first in rebounds, second in assists, something like that for the team.
And how many years has it been since we've been in this kind of position with the Rockets?
It's been quite a
Since
journey.
Les Alexander, really, right?
Oh, yes. I'm thinking
like
goes
the
back
90s? Was
maybe
it the 90s?
Well, at least the Yao Ming days, we at least had a chance.
Well, Yao Ming, I think that was 2000s, wasn't it? I don't remember.
Yeah, more like
2018 was when we went against the Golden State Warriors.
Oh, that's right. We had James Harden.
Yeah, James Harden.
Yeah.
So it's been...
And Chris Paul. And
Oh, right. James Harden's mother lives in my building. But nobody's supposed to know. Sorry, Mrs. Harden. I don't even know if that's her name, and I'm not going to give our address or her apartment number, though I know it. So if anybody wants to offer me enough money...
You're for rent for information.
I am for sale for a lot of stuff. But not stuff anybody really wants. Just stuff that, is ridiculous. Okay, so what else is happening? Okay, Scott Abel ushers in a new era for Rice football, and you're a Rice alum.
I am a Rice alum. I'm excited. He came from Davidson.
Which is, my nephew went to Davidson, so we went there for his wedding in the Davidson Chapel.
Oh,
what
nice.
A great school. So beautiful. I mean, so beautiful.
Yes. I have never been, but I'm assuming...
his brother went to Duke, and they kind of look exactly alike. They're these small, beautiful, beautiful schools with gigantic, white buildings and cathedrals on both of them. They're called chapels, but they look like cathedrals. They're just incredible.
That is beautiful.
Beautiful.
That's
What is the FBS level? What does that mean?
So the FBS level is where there are 2 levels. It's FBS and FCS. No, FBS and FCS. So football championship subdivision, football bowl subdivision. So Rice is competing with the Georgias, Alabamas, Texas.
Really? To get into bowls?
That level, yes. That's where they are. And so to have a school that has, 4,500 kids competing with schools that have 45,000 and 20,000 and 13,000, it's quite a task. And then to get into Rice just alone, they can't take just any Joe Blow.
No, you got to be really smart to get in. You don't get it. They don't give scholarships to dummies. Maybe some dummies.
One. Maybe one.
Well, so is Rice? Is Rice going to play like in, I guess, the same bowl games as the SEC?
They are eligible to.
Oh, okay.
But this year they didn't make it, which is why they had a coaching change. And they brought in Coach Abel from Davidson, who turned their program into a winning program like in 1 year. So, we're excited to have fresh blood. The program he ran at Davidson, I think they led the country in rushing, top in scoring. So he has this very innovative offensive mind approach to the game. So we'll see what happens. Wow. We know they can get some talent in. We just need to be able to change. Sometimes you need to change.
I know, and this says his track record of success and innovative strategies, like you were talking about, stood out during a national search that considered more than 30 candidates. That's a lot of candidates.
It's a big job. Rice is a good job.
Right, yeah.
It's a good job. So they're in the AAC with like Army, Tulane, University of Alabama,
they're
Birmingham.
and Tulane. Well, Tulane lost. Are they still going to be able to go to a bowl game? Do you think? They lost last week.
I need to check their record. You have to have 6 wins to get to a bowl game.
Yeah, so. I don't know. Tulane's they're not going, or they are.
That was a minute to go to break.
Oh.
I knew what you went magical.
You have to do it to him. I'm never understanding that. Shavonnah, where are you? They want to tell me to be quiet already. Let me see if I have things to ponder. How will Abel's run-heavy offensive system excite fans and change right? Winning will change Rice's
Winning
game.
always changes everything. And bringing
works.
a winning coach with a winning culture, with a winning creed, with a winning attitude, with a winning plan breeds winners. So we're expecting good things from Rice. Go and quickly, Coach, quickly.
And there you have it. We'll be back.
Bye.
And we're back. I'm Leisa Holland-Nelson, co-host of Culture Club HTX, here today with my exciting guest co-host.
James Holland-Nelson Brown, co-host today.
Co-host today.
Superstar
of the future. Guest of the future when both of us are here, because that's got to be a riot.
Oh, that would be so good.
That would be so good.
Oh, goodness. There's not
promise.
enough radio for that. Oh, that'd be must listen
to. Definitely must listen. The most views ever anywhere. Okay, business. We got a lot of cool business stuff going on right now. Houston is really seeing a lot of great action, returning to great rankings as a great city to do business in, a great city to live in, yada, yada, yada.
Yes.
But the first, I just love. The Texas hemp boom. A billion-dollar industry is facing a crossroads. What are we going to do in Texas about this wave of unprecedented growth on our hemp-derived cannabis market? So it's hemp with THC.
Correct.
Yeah, it's not like the stuff I have, which is CBD without THC.
No, this goes back to 2019, I believe, when they allowed hemp production, and there was a certain percentage, 0.03% of THC could go into it, and this industry has grown. It's like a $8 billion industry
in Texas.
In Texas.
Yeah, $8 billion in Texas.
$8 billion in Texas, 50,000 jobs, all the ag stuff that comes with it. And now we go into legislation session, in January the 12th, I believe, something like that. And
is there a motion to kill it?
Somebody has a bill, Senate Bill number 3, actually, which makes it a high priority to ban THC in Texas.
Boo.
To ban it.
Magical is very against that.
I wonder how Magical feels about it.
Boo.
To ban. I mean, I don't even... They say that it's out of control and that they have shops who are targeting kids. I know I have a 17-year-old son, and they're not even allowed to go in the stores.
Oh, there's an age limit?
Yes, and you can't buy it. I mean, you can't buy anything from the store. It doesn't even have to be, you just can't even enter. Must be like, I think over 18 to enter. You can't, but they say that they're targeting kids and they're illegally producing stuff. So your goal is to just ban it. $8 billion industry.
As we said before, it doesn't compare to women's health. However, things like that happen in the state of Texas. I love Texas, 5th generation Houstonian. Nothing I love better than this state, but sometimes some really weird things happen here. But so this legislative battle is looming. Oh, guess who is leading it? our Lieutenant Governor, Dan Patrick.
Yes.
Because he's led such a pure life. Am I getting in trouble for that?
Oh, you're fine.
He was a radio DJ. I mean, the guy had to experience some things, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
nobody's
in the
perfect.
80s.
Nobody's perfect. How about it? Nobody's perfect.
Nobody's perfect.
Nobody's perfect.
So, I mean, like, this is insane. I mean, you know.
I don't know what the thought process is. They start talking about DoorDash delivering it and all that kind of stuff, but there are rules and regulations. You're talking about something that's supposed to be 0.03% of the really?
I mean, is it real? You know, my friends will go nuts over the gummy thing. You know, I mean, I have friends trading gummies. You know, like gummies, the gummy thing, well, you don't have to.
I would either confirm or deny if I have friends who have gummies, homemade gummies, self-made
really?
gummies, nowhere to get gummies.
My friend, I have a friend whom everybody in town knows, so I won't say who she is, one of the most prominent women in Houston, who has a deliverer of gummies, which I guess you might call a dealer of gummies. I don't know.
No, DoorDash, maybe it's DoorDash. DoorDash can deliver.
They can deliver gummies?
Yes.
You know, I mean, do we have alcohol to go? We do. We have drive-through margarita places.
Yes. And you can get alcohol delivered, and you can take it with you now. After COVID, you know,
you can take.
They can put a tape on the lid.
Yeah, corked bottle or something.
Yes,
right.
That's what they say.
Yeah, right. I don't know. You know, like.
I think we need to come to your apartment building, though. You have a lot going on over there.
No, this woman doesn't live in my apartment building.
Yet.
I'm not that they're not gummies. Just that, you know, hers aren't. Hers aren't. You know who you are, so you can call me if you want. Okay. Well, wow. Let's talk about something a little more legit.
No, that's legit. $8 billion is
$8 billion is legit. Well, honestly, here goes
but,
mega billions. Walmart's Houston expansion signals regional and statewide growth, and that'll be a lot of jobs too.
That is.
I mean, it's so interesting because Walmart, having been a retailer for as long as I've been a retailer, they have really been in favor, out of favor, in favor, out of favor. I mean, they've been on a roller coaster for years, and. You know, 20 years ago when they used all those children and all these, you know, people in underserved countries and all, you know, to manufacture their stuff, they did get some pushback, but not that much. I don't think their business ever shrunk. I think they've had continuous growth since it was created. And I think one of the Waltons lives either in Dallas or Fort Worth or something, because there is a Walton, one of the family members in Texas, ergo I think that's driving our growth. But they're building the super center, which I don't know that they've been anchors of, but I don't know that they were the real estate developers.
No, but it looks like that's the direction they're going.
Yeah.
And they're upgrading, I guess, you know, other stores are starting to give them some competition. So they're remodeling stores. They have.
And they need to.
And then these new stores, or this store, they're changing the layout, making it more user-friendly, more customer-friendly, creating an experience that, you know, that should fit with the times.
To me, Walmart, honestly, I don't feel like Walmart competes with Target as much as they compete with Costco. I know they don't have huge sizes, but they do some. And their pricing is not dissimilar to Costco's. And if you don't pay attention to Costco, I'm going to just tell you people, if you buy Costco online, it's way more expensive than in the store. I don't know why, but it is.
I hope you're picking up what she put down.
There's deals in the store. I'm not sure exactly. There's a lot of stuff online that isn't in the store, but there are deals in the store that you don't get online. So it's just kind of interesting.
And places will tell you that they're cheaper, even though they may or may not be if you do the comparison. So
yeah, and well, if you compare anywhere these days, while we're talking shopping and getting close to Christmas, you come up with a lower price anywhere and you show the store that you bought it from and they'll match it. Everybody's matching this year. Nobody can afford to walk a customer.
No.
So that's like really happening. So,
it's exciting times for Walmart though, and that big center.
81 stores already in the region. Wow, 24 within city limits. 9,000 associates in Houston. They have 9,000 people.
Each store is about 300 or so jobs. This one that they're going to do in Cypress will create, 300, 350 jobs. So we need those.
Well, somebody told me the other day that Houston is really 9 million, not 7. I don't know how far they're going. Maybe they're in San Antonio. I don't know.
Well, if you go far enough down Katy, you will be in San Antonio.
I know. You know, like we're in South Dallas in the Woodlands.
I could not agree anymore.
But somebody told me that the other day. A serious person said that, and I'm like, excuse me. But everybody wants to come here, whoever they are, whether they're Californians or Easterners or whatever, they want to come here. The tax structure is great. There's still some wide open spaces. You can have a little land.
Yes.
And Walmart, thank you. You're going to continue to support our economy and invest heavily in Texas.
And another reason people come is because of our health benefits.
Incredible.
This is super exciting.
Incredible. I mean, we are discovering stuff all the time, so we get to be the first in trials. If you're here, that does make a difference, and we're not a smog-filled, pollutedly, horribly place. But anyway, we're getting to the big stuff. Houston has solidified its role as a global cancer research hub.
Yes.
I mean, this is so big. Everybody knows how big this is to me as the chair of the board of the American Cancer Society of Greater Houston. Yes. It is like unreal. CPRIT is giving the Cancer Prevention and Research Institute of Texas has latest $89 million investment is in Houston. That is just phenomenal. I mean, from cutting edge clinical trials led by international biotech companies to MD Anderson Center's continued leadership and innovation, the things that are happening at Anderson, I don't even know how to start to tell people. I mean, they are funding innovations that are going to take patients ready for hospice to cure.
Yes.
I mean, and we're not far from really having the public have access to it. They're in the third trial, so that's pretty much getting to the end of it. But this global collaboration landed in Houston.
Well, CPRIT is an organization that was founded in 2007, and their goal was to invest like $3 billion into cancer research and prevention and what we do, and then they re-up. So now it's like an $8 billion 20-year initiative, and it's the largest state research investment in the U.S. and second in the world. And this biotech, and then they're combining with this other company, ISBA, that is doing. They have some research and things they're trying that are in clinicals that you attack the cancer cell, but only the bad part.
Right.
So it's not tearing everything up.
Well, we spent a whole lot of time. We finally got that approved. That was our big lobbying effort for the American Cancer biomarkers for the American Cancer Society in the last session, and they passed it. So we approved using biomarkers to attack the cell that has cancer and not every other cell in your body.
And that's going to be
huge.
I mean, that's game changers, and people know what Anderson does and how they serve and what's going on and the role it plays in cancer research for the world, not just Houston.
Yeah, and it isn't just Anderson. It's the innovation community here in Houston. Yes. And because we've got UT, all of the satellites that are investing and innovating and
it gives money to the Rose, and if you need healthcare, there are a lot of options and a lot of opportunities out there for the insured to help the uninsured.
That's right.
And I love that concept. Yes.
The Rose is an incredible organization, in case you don't know, that does mammograms for uninsured women. And every time an insured woman gets a mammogram and gets paid for, 2 uninsured women get a mammogram. They have 2 locations and several traveling buses, etc., like mobile units, and I have to go.
Yes.
So thank you for listening to Business. We'll be back.
We'll be back.
Hello, I'm Leisa Holland-Nelson, co-host of Culture Club HTX, and I'm back here with my incredible co-host,
James Brown.
Come on, James. Okay. That's not your name.
James Holland-Nelson Brown.
Now you're welcome to be here.
As the fill-in co-host for Culture Club HTX.
Yeah. You're fill-in until you're a guest. Then you'll be filling again, maybe. Who knows what'll come first? But we're going to talk about community, and we know there's so many incredible things going on in the community right now, especially, of course, have something that's not in the script. End of year giving and end of year volunteering and all the things that we get to do in this incredibly philanthropic city, whether you're supporting and volunteering at a food bank or at a shelter, or if you did Thanksgiving turkeys for people. I mean, we saw how all the Texans were out handing out turkeys and helping people. I just want to say thank you for everything you're going to do through the rest of 2024 to everyone, to make our city, to keep our city as great as it is.
It's what makes us who we are, the best city in the country.
The best city in the most philanthropic, pretty much.
Yeah.
But Houston's shining is not just as the most philanthropic, but a top fun and festive destination.
Yes.
How about that? We've earned a spot as one of America's most exciting and joyful cities in 2024, with accolades for our vibrant nightlife, recreational options, unparalleled holiday spirit, ranked number 9 in Wallet Hub's Most Fun Cities list and number 4 in Thumbtack's Most Festive Cities report. Houston's dynamic culture and unique charm continue to captivate locals and visitors alike. We're going to have a tourist business.
We have one.
I know, but why?
Well, because people want to see. That's the problem with Houstonians. You have to sell the city. They just came out with a report. Michael Heckman, who's president of Houston First, just said that we're reaching records this year from hot tax collected and the number of visitors we've had. We are a tourist city. The locals, because I've worked in that industry for a while,
I know you did.
We have to educate the locals on what out-of-towners do. So we try to do staycations, but there are a lot of things to do outside of, well, your apartment building is amazing. I mean, there's probably a lot to do inside of there.
Well, and outside of my apartment building, besides gummies, outside of my apartment building, I live in the museum district, so there's a whole lot to do, and a lot of the best, exciting venues are all around me, from the museums to Herman Park and Miller Theater and just all kinds and
gummies.
And gummies. Thank you, Magical.
Outside of gummies.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think there's gummies in Willow. There's gummies in my building. But anyway, I mean, the nightlife capital of Texas.
Right.
I'm asleep and miss most of it, but however, and we're getting some new nightclub that's coming here with the guy, and where Acme Oyster was. There's going to be a jazz club by some famous jazz guy from New Orleans. Yeah, right. At Westheimer and Montrose.
Well, they said that we're tied with Las Vegas and San Francisco for having the most dance clubs per capita.
Where are they?
All around.
I guess without a dance partner now, I don't know.
Well,
can you get a dance partner if you go there?
I'm sure you can, but make sure we're awake, because too many of them,
they start really late.
And then some of us.
I'm generally on the bed by 9:30.
It's hard to find
asleep.
They don't do day dances, I don't think, but maybe that'll be a thing.
Cool?
That'll be cool, like a day dance party.
I think that would be very cool. My friends, happy hour gets earlier and earlier as you age, and it's become day drinking. And I keep saying to them, guys, this isn't happy hour. 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock is not happy hour.
Oh,
it is day drinking. No, it's day drinking. So we could get day dancing. Let's do day dancing.
Day dancing. Yeah.
I think we should do day dancing.
A day dancing event.
Without a doubt. Let's figure that out.
I get it.
It's me, and it's actually a business call. I should take, Scott Muster, but I'm not. I'll call you back.
You need to take it. We can talk more about all the
No, I just sent him the voicemail, but I just told him I'm telling him, hey, it's you on my phone. I swear all the sounds are off. I don't know where that's coming from. It's off everywhere. I don't know how that even rang.
Okay,
it was Shavonnah.
But we'll blame it on her.
It's her fault.
And she knows better.
Anyway.
But we have with Christmas coming up, there are quite a few places for people to go see lights.
I was driving through River Oaks last night, and nobody's out really looking yet. So I really did get to drive around where I wanted to, and nobody else was there. And the boulevard this year is spectacular. It always is spectacular, but there's a particular house that used to be the Lanier's house. It's on the corner of San Felipe and River Oaks Boulevard. They could not get another light on that house. Wow. You have to see it. I was stunned.
So people need to go drive through River Oaks and check out the lights and do stuff in the Heights. Do it in the Woodlands.
Lights in the Heights is a big deal.
Right.
But River Oaks, I would say starting next week, you're not going to be able to drive around. Because people start coming and they come from everywhere. Again, something exciting about our city. Holiday magic is everywhere. And
that's what makes us a tourist destination.
That's
Another thing.
Okay. The other thing about us is we balance affordability with world-class attractions.
Yes.
Okay, people are coming, 30% are coming from outside of Greater Houston, drawn by our warm weather and welcoming spirit.
We are hospitality.
We are. Philanthropy, hospitality, nightlife hotspot.
Yes.
Bold, non-traditional holiday decorations, for sure. No white Christmas. That's true. And Houston's ability to consistently rank high in both fun and festivity demonstrates its unique blend of urban vibrancy and Southern hospitality. I kind of miss the Southern hospitality because I'm not going out that far. It is beyond my zone. We all know that, right?
But if we do a day dancing in the
would
city,
be Southern.
then
That-
that's something.
I really think that's.
We might be onto something.
You know how they have like those, the things that were, what do you call them? That everybody goes to with all the machine. You know, they have all the video games.
Oh, yeah.
And bowling and arcades. Well, and there's bowling in an arcade. Why isn't there dancing? And honestly, maybe dance studios, because lots of people need to learn to dance.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm getting carried away here. Let's talk about something everybody cares about. Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo sets a new standard with a historic investment. Okay, this is an interesting thing. So they're raising, their legacy of giving back is historic,
right?
Supposedly. The rodeo's $28 million commitment for 2025 builds on decades of investment in Texas youth, with over $600 million contributed to education since 1932. Currently, it supports 2,300 students at more than 80 institutions, providing its enduring dedication to building brighter futures. Okay, the scholarship averages are $20,000 over 4 years. We know that does not do much. I'm just saying, I'm not going to be in trouble. I love you, the rodeo. But they had a record-setting 2024.
Right. 2.5
million attendees from over 75 countries. And we don't know how much the rodeo, near $600 million revenue, and they're giving $28 million. I'm sorry. I think it should be more. I'm sorry, rodeo. I'm telling you.
It's $600 million economic impact.
Yeah, well, what means they made $400 million?
I don't know what the economic impact formula is.
28% isn't 10%. 28 million is not 10% of what they made.
It's not?
I'm sure it's not. And I just have a feeling that if we encourage them, we're encouraging you because we love what you do. And when you do it, you get attention for it. So if you do more, we'll get even more attention and be an even better Houston.
Well, the rodeo is quite an experience.
It's a phenomenon.
for
Volunteer
people,
run.
I had they have.
I used to be on a committee, and when I joined,
35,000 volunteers.
I think 35,000 now. Yeah. When I joined, it was 10, and that was huge. 10,000. I mean,
wow.
And that wasn't that long ago. It's a phenomenal organization, and it deserves every accolade and honor that it gets. But I do think it could give more money in scholarships. That's all. It's just my opinion. And if you want to get mad at me, Pat Phillips, you can. I
had a friend who's in North Texas who came down for the rodeo, and they thought it was a rodeo like they have in North Texas, and she was like, "Oh no, this is like nothing."
No, it's nothing like. San Antonio. Fort Worth is next to us.
I think
maybe,
it's not even
but
close.
San Antonio is the one right in front of us, and it's huge too, but nothing like us. Nothing. This thing is incredible, and I didn't realize that they own NRG Center. The rodeo actually owns it. I thought the city owned it. The city just manages it.
The rodeo is a tenant. The county owns it.
Oh, I thought the
rodeo has a lot of say-so in it.
And does the rodeo make money when they lease it? Other parts of it, possibly.
I don't think the rodeo leases it. The rodeo leases
what they use, right?
For their however long from the the sports commission. What's the name of the organization? Yes,
Houston
the
Sports
county
Authority or something.
It's Harris County, Houston.
No, it's the sports commission, but that's
Harris
still
County's whatever.
Not the sports authority, something else.
No, right? But we know.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, this is a weird thing. The last thing we're talking about, the community.
It's so important, though.
I'm not talking about, I'm done with the rodeo. No, I'm moving on.
I'm talking about bees.
Texas welcomes a new buzz. Meet the androphobia. It's a new bee.
Yes.
Why is that in my community? Because it's going to annoy me?
We love bees.
We do?
Well,
Groundbreaking discovery has emerged from Texas and Oklahoma. A never-before-seen species of mining bee. What does that mean? Named androphobia.
We're continuing discovering new things. And so this bee is in Texas and in Oklahoma, and it's helping with the pollination, especially around tomato plants.
Oh, yeah, I love tomatoes.
And so we need them.
If we could get Jersey tomatoes in Texas, that would be amazing.
Well, maybe this new bee, androphobia, will help bring the Jersey taste to the tomatoes here in Texas. It's so good they had to rename it like a whole new species. It's a matte blue color that does handstands. It's really interesting.
It doesn't just collect pollen, it does it in style. So the scientists observed it performing handstands on flowers.
We figured you would love that.
Bees are doing
the bees that do it
a
with
blue
style.
bee doing handstands in style. I think I'm
The
okay
bee
with
may be the
this.
color of your dress. And
like
stylish like you and Shavonnah normally are.
I mean, seriously.
Who else could have a stylish bee other than Texas?
No,
You're not buying what I'm putting down?
No, I'm not buying it. Why it matters. Here's why it matters. I need to know this. Discovering a new species, especially one so unique, is a reminder that nature is full of surprises. Beyond its scientific importance, this bee highlights the critical role of pollinators in supporting ecosystems and agriculture. Protecting habitats like those in Texas and Oklahoma ensures that specialized creatures like the androphobia continue to thrive.
Thrive. We need that.
And with that,
thriving.
God bless you and
Because
keep you
we're
safe
an
and warm.
agriculture community.
Amen. We'll be back.
We will return.
And we're back for the last segment today. I'm Leisa Holland-Nelson, co-host of Culture Club HTX, here with my handsome and formidable co-host.
She put her glasses on. I'm handsome.
They've been on all the
I have
time. You
a
haven't
face for
noticed.
radio. I am James Holland-Nelson Brown because Robert Schreiber just does not sound as
No,
good.
it didn't work at all.
We tried. It didn't work.
We love you, Shavonnah, but mine flows better.
Yes. Agreed.
It's so true. Okay, so guess what, everybody? The fashionistas at the fashion segment. And my partner in crime here today he'll comment where he feels comfortable. So we're going to start because it's December and it's list time, and it's you really need to know where to shop now.
Right.
I mean, where are the must-see holiday finds here in Houston? Our holiday shopping scene is busting with style, creativity, and unique offerings. From luxury fashion to curated kids apparel and one-of-a-kind gifts, we're going to highlight 12 standout stores to help you check everyone off your gift list. Options across all budgets and styles, and our Houston shoppers we know are spoiled
Yes.
for choice this season.
Yes.
But so first, fashions for every style. Ada and Edith offers elegant women's wear with expert tailoring in its fall-winter 2024 collection. Kimono Zulu, this sounds so cool, specializes in sustainable vintage kimonos that make memorable one-of-a-kind gifts. And purple, which I just keep hearing all this buzz about purple. I didn't really know what it was, but I did see it when I was in the Galleria, and it's co-founded by Houstonian Luke Crosby, and it brings luxury denim and celebrity-endorsed apparel to its first Texas location. How about that?
Yeah, imagine that.
Okay,
First
gifts for
location
kids
being in
and
Houston.
family.
Okay.
Beaufort Bonnet Company in
Yes.
Rice Village.
Yeah.
Upscale children's apparel alongside a play area. That's good, moms. You can go, play area for kids. From Marfa, I love that store. That is a cool store. Combines chic holiday styles for children, toys and accessories, and cool gifts also. Not all kids stuff.
And they offer, go ahead.
Complimentary gift wrapping. I should have let you do that.
No, go ahead. Continue.
Holiday luxury and tradition. Zadok Jewelers on Post Oak gears up for the holidays with trunk shows, and that is one of Shavonnah Robert Schreiber's favorite places. exclusive collections, its ultimate watch event featuring top watchmakers. And then Lucchese Bootmakers introducing a gemstone boot collection, blending tradition with rich holiday colorways.
They make some amazing
And
boots.
I got to throw my guy in, Tenenbaum. I can't ever leave Tony Bradfield out. You want a really unique, sometimes vintage, sometimes new. The most beautiful jewelry I know is at Tenenbaum Jewelers. My favorite piece of jewelry in the world, my father bought my mother, and it was vintage at the original Tenenbaum store on Post Oak. So Tony's doing a great job continuing that tradition. And last but not least, artisanal and home fine. Lafayette 148 offers a capsule collection supporting Save Venice. I don't know. I rarely save other cities. We need so much help here. But I like that. Combining elegance with purpose. And Laurent in the Galleria specializes in festive tableware, et cetera, et cetera. And we've already talked about L'Agence. We love Veronica Beard. We know that. We love Adam Lippis. These are stores that are in River Oaks District if you want to stop. My friend and the fabulous Sneha Merchant is doing an art showing, a gallery showing near Veronica Beard for the next month. It opens on Saturday. Fantastic, spectacular paintings. You look from one side, it's one thing, and on the other side, it's another. I mean, there are really some great stuff going on. So,
well, as you noticed, we gave you more than 12. We threw all this stuff in.
There's more here,
enough
too.
for everybody to do.
Yes. So next, we're going to talk about something I think is really exciting. Unfortunately, Eliane Heilbronn, the matriarch who really shaped Chanel's modern legacy. She was the mother of the Chanel co-owners Alain and Gerard Wertheimer, and a key architect of the luxury brand's modern identity. She's passed away at the age of 99. She was known for her legal brilliance and strategic foresight. I mean, she really contributed much more to Chanel than anybody understood or knew, way beyond her family ties, marking her as one of the unsung visionaries behind the brand's enduring global success. I mean, since the Wertheimers bought Chanel, I mean, Chanel was tanking. I mean, it was really, they were ready to go out of business. I think right before Coco died, and then for a while after her death. And this family came in and purchased it, hired Karl Lagerfeld, and just changed the world in a sense. I don't know that there's a more important logo than the double C's anywhere. I can't think of, LV is close, but the
most recognizable.
Chanel 2 C's are just incredible. And she was instrumental in this expansion, I'm sure, into Asian markets in the 80s and the 90s. Carefully balancing exclusivity with accessibility. I mean, you have to really understand when you own something like that, everybody wants some. So while the exclusive buyer wants that exclusivity, you can still make the $200, $300, $400 item that people stretch for and really are dying to own, whether it's a keychain or a pen or a whatever it is. And I just think this is so wonderful. I mean, they don't know what her Chanel's legacy would have looked like without this woman. And we know, we talked about this earlier, so can I talk about it? So Gabrielle Chanel, Coco Chanel, and her friends, the Duke and Duchess of Windsor, were incredibly large, big Nazi sympathizers. Very big. So the idea that a wealthy Jewish family not only owns this business, saved this business, made it a global brand, which it was not ever. It's just kind of interesting to me. The little Jewish princess here. But okay, so now we'll move on. Fashion and sports. I bet you could talk about this a little. Navigating the collision of style and performance, the convergence of fashion and sports has reached a turning point in 2024 as consumer fatigue highlights the risk of oversaturation. While some collaborations have showcased authentic creativity and technical innovation, the rapid proliferation of partnerships risks the cultural impact that made these crossovers compelling in the first place. Here's why this dynamic spaces at a crosswords, and I'm not reading the script, but I'm going to say people are tired of the athlete endorsement. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not even looking at what we're supposed to look at here.
Well,
but
it's inauthentic.
Well,
And so,
Nike is sunk a lot, and that, they're not keeping up with something. So tell me what's going on.
Well, people are looking for authenticity, and so when you start mixing brands, I think Nike's did something with Drake and started trying to do something with this other company. I mean, this
Adidas with Kanye. Come on already. I mean, seriously.
Well, they got into this whole soccer thing where they were doing their whole fits, and it didn't work, and people were tired of it because they know it felt like a money grab.
Yeah.
Louis Vuitton doing something with Moo Moo and New Balance and trying to bring this. It's a stretch. It's a push. You're trying to force something when a lot of the collaborations just kind of happen.
Michael
naturally.
Jordan wore Air Jordans. You know what I mean?
Imagine
like
that.
he really did wear these
Right.
shoes, and he
Right.
changed shoes all the time, and so people wanted to have them. However, during all of this stuff, there have been some standout collaborations that blended innovation and cultural experience, and especially LVMH, parent of Louis Vuitton's partnership with the Paris Olympics.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I mean, Louis Vuitton designed the official torch
Right.
and metal cases and added luxury to a global event. We've never had that before.
And then I think some of the things in apparel with athletics coming up with like wick-proof fabrics, and then you integrate that with styles that can help you be comfortable and still look good. So there's some good that comes out.
Athleisure is a lifestyle. I mean, it's not like, when I don't look like this, I look like I'm about to take a spin class, no matter what's going on. I have, like, everybody laughs at me. I have work clothes, workout clothes, and gala clothes. I don't have anything in the middle.
Nothing in the middle. Okay.
I don't have any of the cool hang out at home or go out with your friends to lunch stuff. I just, I really don't. So making those workout clothes as attractive as they have, so I can really go anywhere like that.
But even if you blend it into some of the shirts you wear, you can wear, a dress shirt that can still hold water instead of the old cotton, strictly cotton kind of thing.
Yeah.
But some of these collabs other people are probably tired of it. I mean, $1,200 for a pair of sneakers?
I'm so happy to hear you say that. I find 120 offensive. However, I am spending 100. Like the ones I want are 195, but I'm not getting them until they're really on sale.
Well, the way the sneaker world is, I don't know if they're going to go on sale.
They may not. They're old Nikes.
These
okay.
collabs, this Moo Moo and New Balance. I looked. They're over $1,000. The cheapest shoe was like $1,100. And so I think that would cause fatigue.
It does.
It makes me fatigued.
Yeah, and things make me fatigued too, including, I think, is this the end of our show? We're out of time. I cannot believe it. It's been so much fun having you here.
So quickly.
It did go fast, didn't it?
Yes.
Much faster than a spin class. I do want to shout out to Cole Ryden, who was supposed to be here with us today.
Yeah.
And he is a master teacher at Soul Cycle in River Oaks on Kirby and Westheimer. And unfortunately, his dad had an emergency and he had to take him to the emergency room. So, Cole, we hope your dad is better soon. And we look forward to having you sometime soon. And thank you very much, my co-host.
Well, thank you for having me, host.
Yeah, this was a kick. And Shavonnah and I will be back next week. We have to say go Texans today. No, we have a bye week.
We have a bye week. We're going to go Rockets.
Here's where I'm going to go Rockets, and I'm going to admit this may not be Sunday that we're taping this. I hate to tell you. Go Horns on Saturday, if you don't mind. Could you kind of win the SEC championship? I promise I'll talk about it next week.
One way or the other.
That's it. Okay, thanks everybody. Remember to stay focused, stay fit, and stay fabulous. Bye.
Bye.